As with a lot of this consciousness research, there were a number of synchronicities that led us to the Alba emoting approach. And what appealed to us about that was a similar approach across the different actors. They were all using the same practice, and that it started in the body. So in method acting, you have to go back to a particular experience of the past and connect to the emotion from that and bring that into the room. Well, everyone has a different experience that they're connecting to. And therefore the emotion is going to be slightly different, feel slightly different, have a different context. So there's a lot of variation in the emotional experience. Whereas with the Alba approach, they're all activating the same physiology that's generating that emotion. So that gives us a level of consistency, which is very valuable in this kind of research. A lot of them came from the Amsterdam University of the Arts, which is where we are now. And we were fortunate enough to be able to get a room for the week, tucked away in a corner of the top floor, so that we weren't going to be disturbed.
So we randomized the performance of these emotions. There are 6 of them in total. And each actor, 20 actors, would come in and they would perform these 6 standardized emotions in a particular sequence. And the hope is that when we look through the data, we may find some structures there. We may be able to look across the different emotions. We may be able to look across the different actors and to see if there are any consistencies or any particular differences. We've also linked the data to individual differences, so looking at personality types, looking at the individual's perhaps sensitivity, their emotionality, their openness, and a number of other factors as well.
So at first, when I start training them, they are all very anxious most of the time because they think, oh, I'm going to go through very big emotions and it's going to be like an exorcism. But then I really train them to use their body and their emotions as an instrument. So the first part is that they have to be very robotic about it. So they don't have to aim to feel something, but they have to aim to be precise. And then at a certain point, when they do the robotics perfectly, then they get an induction. So that's the moment when the body and the subjective and the expressive clicks into it all. And that's the moment when they can start integrating. So they just need the word and then their body knows what to do.
Well, using the weirdoscope, we had to point all our feelings towards the weirdoscope during the course. And it's crazy because you start to have a relationship with that thing. You don't know what it is, you don't know what it does. I didn't when I did it. But when I'm in fear, when I access the emotion fear, I'm actually scared of the thing. Or when I'm doing tenderness, I would give the world for the weirdoscope. Or it can be the funniest thing in the world, so you have a really weird connection with it in some way.
The light really meant a lot for the actors. I think a lot of them could really use it as another actor on the floor, actually. And I saw that in the different emotions, it felt like the light was moving differently. And I also felt that some of them were more able to connect to it, and others were more very busy with their own body still and learning the method while they were going. And I saw that it was harder then to really connect.
Maandag, dinsdag, woensdag, donderdag, vrijdag, zaterdag, zondag. Maandag, dinsdag, woensdag, donderdag, vrijdag, zaterdag, zondag.
Like, of course, we know it's different from playing. It's more experiencing, I think. And as actors, you're always trying to find something true. No one's intention is it to do something fake or pretend. At least we don't get taught that way in school. We're always trying to find something that is honest and that has some truth in it. And about feelings, you know, this is the purest form of emotions I've experienced in drama school, or maybe even it's a tricky thing to say. Maybe even in life, because you don't go that deep in life, and if this would all be pretend, it would be like extremely hard. I don't think it would be possible just to do it from here.
The actors came here over a period of 5 days, going through these emotions. So we were sitting in the room experiencing 60 different intense emotional moments a day, which was pretty intense. And we're all pretty whacked at the end of the week. But it was very, very impressive how they were able to use this approach to activate those emotions.